cracked open like the way it needed to be. And this from Ghana and from UK and from these other countries that I met this week, and how they started out with little to nothing, and they had so much of what they had because they put in so much blood, sweat, and tears and drive, because for them it was like, this has to work. It has to work. You got a family of 5 eating off of what over here is $200 a month. Like for them, it was failure was not an option. It was like, this has to work. And I think they just put in that much more into it, and that's how they were able to see the results that they see in such a short amount of time. And knowing that the population over there is only like maybe 18 million compared to the 300 and something million people in the United States, we have not even begun to crack the surface over here in the US with the amount of people that we still have that we can reach with this product. Knowing that the product is only really being launched right now in Baltimore or in Maryland, and there's still so much out there and so much, like we have not begun to crack the surface. Like, just imagine if we all really came together and put in the effort that we can to reach these other states and stuff that are untouched, like Utah, Arizona, like places all over the world that are untouched, that have no clue what Tay Davina is or what VIDA Davina is. Imagine what we can do over here in the US. 10 and 15 times more than what they're doing in Ghana, because we have more of a population that we can reach. I just want y'all to take in everything that we are about to share with y'all, because like I said, this was definitely a great experience, and I thought that being in back in June was an eye-opener for me and was gonna be the thing that had me like, you know, running and jumping, which it did, because I grew tremendously since boot camp. But this was on a whole nother level, like crazy. Like, just to know that, like, our money here is worth 3 times more than Dubai money, worth 5 times more than Ghana money. And knowing that if you make the money here and be able to send this same type of money to these other countries that are suffering, how much more we can help and do for them. Like, to know that Albert wants to open a school over there, and knowing that with the money that he makes here, it'll make 10 times as much of an impact over there. It's now opened my eyes to like, oh my God, like, I'm not doing enough. Like, I'm not doing enough over here to be able to facilitate and take my money and let my money be a blessing to these people in these other countries that just don't have it. Like, some of them don't have $120 to sign up. Some of them making $20 a month. $20 a month. Like, we making $20 an hour and don't appreciate what we have, and they making $20 a month, some of them families over there. $200 a month is like somebody in a nice career over there, like a bank teller. $20 a month, maybe somebody working in a convenience store over there. That's nothing. That's nothing for them to live off of. You got some of them making a sacrifice, like giving up their whole $20 a month for 6 months to be able to join VIDA Davina, because they see the vision, like living off nothing, just so they can be able to save enough to save up to be able to sign up, to create something for their family. And we just got it over here and got the opportunity and won't run with it. Like, this was really an eye-opener for me. Like, really an eye-opener. But I think I'm sorry, yo, I was going on, but the passion just kind of took over me, because like, it really, really opened me to say, like, this is so much bigger than us. Like, this company and the compensation plan, like, understanding it is going to be a big benefit to a lot of the distributors. Like, so for anybody that's on here that's a distributor, if you don't fully understand the comp plan, if you don't fully understand your back office, if you don't fully understand how big and how wide and how much of how big in magnitude this is, then you need to talk to your upline today. Like, when you get off training, call your upline and say, hey, I'm ready. I need you to explain this to me, so that you can understand so that you can understand how big this is and how big this can be if you really, really put in the effort. Like, if you really put in the effort. Like, I have never, I don't think until this point, even considered leaving my job, because I was like, that's job security for me. Like, I'm never leaving. I'm never leaving because I make good money and I'm just never leaving. But to know that once we crack this thing all the way open and get the 10 and 15 and 20 and 30 and $40,000 a month, and then I can share that same wealth and that same knowledge that I use to get there with everybody else that I come in contact with and open them to the same thing. This is unmatched, this untouched, and I think everybody should take this opportunity. If y'all don't have pen and paper, please get pen and paper. Like, take these few minutes before we start and get pen and paper. You don't want to miss not a minute of what we have to share today. Like, you want to write down every single tip, every single step, everything, because if you take this and you apply it, you will hit ranks this month. You don't have to wait till next month when an incentive starts or when things start over. You will hit ranks this month. If you're looking to broaden your pockets and broaden your bank account and have this company really do the work for you and see some sort of work, you will do that. You will be able to accomplish that. You will be able to hit those ranks this month if you write down these steps. So if you don't have pen and paper, if you're not at least recording this, if you're not at least using the notes section in your cell phone, somewhere, somehow, you should be writing down the things that Aiesha is about to discuss. When I say I have never seen her this excited about an opportunity to come back and share with you guys. Like, I mean, I was with her in Vegas. We talked about it. And we were excited. The convention was, like, it was amazing. It was like when I asked her, like, why should I go to this? Like, I don't understand the benefit. What am I going to get out of going to Vegas? And she was like, it's inexplainable. Like, you just need to be there. You just need to go. So I made the sacrifice. I paid for my flight and stuff, and I was there. And what I got from it, like she said, it was inexplainable. But when I came back, as you guys know, I straight recruited 15 people in 1 month. Like, just boom, just went off like wildfire. And the same thing kind of happened to us in Dubai. And Aiesha is like, she is like, this is probably the most excited I've ever seen her be about the company. When I say every other minute of the 7 days or so we spent in Dubai, Aiesha was like, when we get back, we can tell them about this, and we can show them about this, and we can give them this. And I'm like, yes, you're right. Like, and we were kind of just like feeding off of each other and coming up with things. And on that 12-hour plane ride again, it was, oh my God, I don't even know how long it took us to get there and get back, because it was just, the adrenaline was just something else. So like, it kind of didn't even feel like 12 and 15 hours at the airport and traveling and stuff. But she took her time, wrote up notes and pointers for you guys. So I really want you, if you take this company as serious as we do, and if you believe that you can be an Albert Jacke, or you can be Dr. Williams from Ghana, or you believe that you can be Ida, or you believe that you can be anything or anybody or any rank in this company, if you believe it, then tonight should be your night to write this stuff down and apply what you learn. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Aiesha. Aiesha, go ahead and take it over.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Let me tell y'all, like, how divine that was. Great job, Antoinette. Like, I love working with you. I love the fact that we work so closely together and we get to talk and mastermind together and feed off of each other, learn from each other, and just grow. Like, we didn't even talk about how we was going to start this, y'all. Like, everything she just said was in the beginning of my notes. I'm reading my notes. That's why I was looking down while she was talking. Like, she said that. She said that. Like, I literally have right here to talk about how it was a matter of life. It's a matter of life or death for them. She covered all of that. That is divine. That shows y'all at the right place at the right time. Like, God wanted y'all on this call right now so that y'all could get what we about to give y'all. I mean, like she said, I'm so excited about it. The whole ride coming back from Dubai. Like, in the middle of me sleeping, I was studying and writing stuff down and showing it to her. Like, what you think about this? And I mean, just what I got from the way that they are. For one, the first thing I want y'all to do is write down hashtag VIDA PAYS on your piece of paper. Write down hashtag VIDA PAYS, because I want us to start using that. When I tell you that the energy that the Ghana team have is like none other than, I've never seen it in no company I've ever been with. And like she said, it's because they're hungry. It's because it's do or die for them. Like, you got to feel like You know, if you want to make, see, you might be on here and you might be like, I just want to figure out how to make $200 a month. This call might not be for you right now, because we trying to speak into the souls and the spirits of people who want a better quality of life, who don't want to allow their paycheck to run how they live. And, you know, so that's there. They don't have the option to have the security of a paycheck that could pay them and they can live a good quality of life like you can, because you make $50,000 a year. Like she said, a lot of them are making $200 a month, and that's all it is. Like, I've seen, you know, people, like, anytime that grown men bust out into tears because of imagine this, like, for men, you know, they're the head of the household. For men, they are to be the breadwinner, and for a man to only make $200 a month and barely have that left over to even do anything. Imagine, you know, just having to deal with that reality, and then being offered an opportunity like Vita Davina, where he could flip a couple packs of tea and double that 200 in 3 days. Like, and for us, we take it for granted. So like she said, what we talking about tonight, really, really, really apply it. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. And I want y'all to know, y'all have greatness in you. You have the ability to do the things that we see Albert do, that we see Dr. Williams is doing, that we see Tracy Wilbon is doing. You know, Tracy moved over to California so that she could build and be closer to the warehouse. You can literally pick your life up and move it to where you want to when you decide that this is your business. You're not on Antoinette's team. You're not on Aiesha's team. You launched your own business. We're in a partnership together to help figure out how to mastermind this thing to $1 million a year, because we had the opportunity and position to do so. All the different products that we sell, if you just stop focusing on trying to lose weight and weight loss and start focusing on the fact that it's a health movement and you are a messenger with a message, then you can maximize the compensation plan a lot more better. So I want to talk about income producing activity, because I believe that a lot of people struggle with knowing what to do to make money from day to day. I believe that that is the number one thing that people struggle with. What do I do? How do I make money every day? You know, most people that I talk to, when they hit me up and they say, I'm not making any money, I'm struggling, and I start asking these questions. Are you reaching out to the people you've already sold to? Do you have a list of everybody you've already sold to? And most of the time people will say, no, I reached out to some of them, but not all of them. Well, then that's the one thing. So I'm going to give y'all a list of 5 things that if you do these 5 things every day, you'll make money every day. So first, I'm going to give you this list of 5 things. Then I'm going to talk about you setting goals for yourself. You got to know what your goal is for the month, because you can't aim for something that you don't know is there. You're not aiming for anything. You're just running blindly with blinders on. Like, imagine you going outside and you get in your car and you put the car in drive with your eyes like this. Where you going? So you got to know what your goal is for that 30-day period. So every day you know what you're going after within that 30-day period to hit that target. Because if you aim for it, at least you can hit it or get close to it. You get close to it, we're going to make sure you hit it. You better believe that. But if you don't have nothing you aiming for, you won't hit nothing. Y'all get me? All right, so the five daily income producing activities. First, can somebody tell me what I just asked you to write down? What was the first thing that you wrote down?
Set goals for yourself.
Hashtag VIDA Pays. VIDA Pays. Let me tell y'all how they scream VIDA Pays in every live video they go on. How they hashtag VIDA Pays on every post that they make. It's so catchy. I want us to come together as a team. I don't care who team you on, where you from, where you at. If we all as a company start hashtagging VIDA Pays, and every night before you go to bed, go to that hashtag, type in the search bar, click it, and then go like and comment on everybody post that say VIDA Pays. Watch how it'll bring more attention and momentum to your business because you did that. So hashtag VIDA Pays, and go to it every night before you go to bed and like and comment on anybody's post that says VIDA Pays, because it's so catchy. Like, you know, people don't realize how lucrative the industry is. So we about to show them, because my job, I think God has designed me to build up leaders, to create leaders, to show people what's inside of them, because it wasn't who you're hearing from right now wasn't who I was when I began. It's personal development. It's daily, consistent activity that made me who I am right now. And God is building me up so that I can get better. So it's my job to share with y'all what it takes. All right. So the first thing, message, I always tell people, like, if you're struggling to make money, see, some people just have a following already. Some people already have that credibility where you can say, hey, this works, buy it, and the whole flock of people will buy it. But the average person, 97% of people don't. So don't feel bad if you are not hitting your goals or you're not making money. 97% of people will struggle because only really 3% have a following like that. Not many people do. So if you are just that person that's trying to build yourself up, go from A to Z on your friend list. If you have social media, if you don't, go from A to Z on your phone, on your cell phone. But the main thing is messaging everybody or calling them and saying the same thing. It's consistency, it's confidence, and it's poise when you're communicating with them. So go from A to Z. Now, you may not go from A to Z in the first day. What you could do is, before you go to bed, know which letters you're going to hit. Know that tomorrow I'm going to go from A to C. And then the next day I'm going to go from D to F. And then F to H. If you do that every day, you already know you can put that on your list of things to do for your income producing activities. So that way, when you go message them, you already know how many people you need to message. I don't care if you have 500 friends or 5,000. Even if you have 5,000 and you go from A to Z, it may take you through to November. But guess what? If you go from A to Z, you're going to sell more product and you're going to recruit more people, because what I lack in skill, I make up in numbers. Is going from A to Z complicated to you so far? Can you message your friends that are already connected to you? Can y'all talk to me? Let me know. Somebody, yes or no? If it's complicated, say yes, it's complicated. If it's not complicated, say no.
No.
No, it's not complicated.
All right, good.
No.
So now you might want to know what should I say to them when I message them, right?
Yep.
So let's say you go to hello Ashley, smiley face. I'm gonna just tell it to you all. You all are bosses. You should write it.
My boss.
Hello Ashley, smiley face. Hope you're having a great day. Or how are you doing today? People don't care what you know till you know that, until they know that you care. So if you start off with caring, how are you doing today? You're not going right into it. You starting a conversation. You nurturing that connection. They'll say, you know, I'm good. How are you? You know, they don't know what you want. So typically they'll just say, I'm good. How are you? And then you're like, I'm amazing. Thanks for asking. I'd like to ask you something. May I?
Okay.
Wait for that answer. Most of the time they'll say, sure. Would you be open to purchasing 1 or 2 of my plant-based products to experience the benefits of the herbs for yourself? When I am gunning for my daily targets, that's the question I use. If you're consistent with posting on your page testimonies every day, posting inspiration on your page every day, then most likely they'll probably go to your page and look to see, well, what is she talking about? What does she have? If not, then they'll say, well, what is it that you have?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Would you be open to purchasing 1 or 2 of my plant-based products to experience the benefits of the herbs for yourself?
Gotcha.
So then they'll say, what are they? Like what? Or sure. Then you say, because you still want to show that you care. You're not just going to come up with, oh, you should buy the tea in the brain. Like, you know, so you want to know what it is that they're thinking about. So I would ask, what would you like to improve about your health or your body?
Okay.
And when they tell you, oh, well, I do want to lose 5 pounds, or I do want to lose 30 pounds, or, you know, I do want more energy, or do you have anything for memory? This is where you have to know your product. So if you don't know, you know, if all you know is the tea, I suggest you go and log into your back office tonight and look at the products we have and start writing down some of them that you've never seen before, and then make a note to Google the ingredients in them. That's what I did. And anybody that's making money has done that. Okay, so what would you like to improve about your health or body? So let's say if they say, well, I want to lose 10 pounds and I want something for memory or mood, then I would send them a picture of the tea. I would send them a picture of the atom, and I would send them a picture of the brain. So there are on your website, you log in and you click company documents, you can get the pictures of the products with the descriptions on them from your back office. You are a boss. These are things that you should do for yourself. You got to shift yourself from feeling like an employee to knowing you're a boss and but the difference between the employee and the boss, the owner took initiative to even establish the establishment for you to work in so they could tell you what to do. But if you are the boss and you're the owner, you have to take initiative for what it's going to take for you to have the understanding, the knowledge, and the skill and the position to make money.
What is it on back office again? Log it. It's company what?
Documents. Oprah says luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So who on here actually want to get lucky and make $10,000 a month or more? Can you unmute yourself and tell me I am?
Me.
I am.
Me. I am.
I am.
Going to.
I am.
Who on here want to be in Dubai with us when we go back January?
Me.
Me.
I am.
I do.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So you have to prepare yourself to be positioned to hit your goals. You have to prepare yourself to be positioned to answer these questions and be ready when they ask you stuff. Okay, so those pictures. Once you send them the picture, tell them and Google the ingredients. So now they looking at it and they say, well, how much? You let them know. Each bottle is $60 plus shipping. And notice I'm not talking about selling the tea. I think everybody on here has figured out how to sell the tea. I think the thing that we should shift into so that we can start hitting ranks is how to sell these capsules, how to sell more products than just the tea. The tea can sell itself. Y'all can sell the tea with your eyes closed, I'm sure. Anybody on here still struggling to sell the tea?
I am. Javon.
I am. I'm actually just starting.
Okay. We can go over it. So with this, when you offer the capsules, you could do something like get 2 bottles of capsules and I'll give you a pack of tea for free. We need volume to hit ranks. We gotta not think small. You gotta think big. Les Brown, he says that most people don't fail because they aim too low. Wait, how I go? Most people don't fail because they aim too high and miss. They fail because they aim too low and hit. So think about it. When you lowball yourself and you only selling 1 pack of tea a day, now 6 months later you frustrated because you still the same rank and you still don't make enough money to supplement how you wanted to. You lowballing yourself by selling 1 pack of tea a day. Aim high.
Jenny.
So okay, now if they open it, they read it and they don't respond to you, that doesn't mean no. That just means they don't know what to say because they still are thinking about it. So I would go back to them and I would say, would you like more information on our company and products first? Because if you see that they read it, they left it on red, they know you saw that they read it. So I would go back to them and say, would you like more information on our company? I would give them a day though, maybe like the next day. Because see, you got to have activities that you're doing every day. You should be so busy that you don't even realize they left you on red because you already making sales with the people that responded. But the next day when your income producing activity list could be to follow up with the people that left you on red. And ask them, would you like more information on our company and products? And when they say yes, then you can invite them to the Zoom or send them the YouTube video. The reason why I say for them specifically the Zoom or the YouTube video is because the calls are geared towards opportunity. But the Zoom and the YouTube video caters to product knowledge and understanding.
When are all those Zooms? Like, what are the days?
So the Zoom is definitely Wednesday, like today at 7, we had one. The next one we're doing is Saturday at 1 p.m. It's not every Saturday, but from here, I would love to plan with some of you all your private Zoom, or I not only say private Zoom because it'll be your launch Zoom. So from here on out, the weekly Zoom is Wednesday at 7. But the goal after this tonight right now is going to be for you all to plan your own Zoom where you can invite your friends and family and your Facebook list to your Zoom in the next 7 days. So there'll be more that everybody can collaborate on and invite people to. So let's say if Claudette does one on Friday, Shonda does one on Saturday, Coit does one on Sunday, then I'm going to put it out there that these Zooms are happening. And that way, anybody who has guests can still invite to those Zooms. But I'll be talking about what Claudette's mission is. I'll be talking about what Coit's mission is. Y'all get me?
Yep, got it.
Because we all have to have parties and Zooms going on to launch our business the right way. Y'all, we got to run fast. Like, we got to do this real fast. I mean, we could bust the United States wide open if we come together and, like, we move as one. Like, that's the thing that Ghana's doing that we're not. Like, they moving as one. And when I say that, like, nobody, like, their belief level and what they plan to do with it is out of the through the roof. So, you know, if you're not sure how much you believe, call me so I can help you believe a little bit more. Whenever you feeling like you faint, call me so I can help you believe a little bit more. Because I'm telling you, like, your next level is in a matter of your decision to get yourself there. It's not in what you know, who you know, how much you know, because all of that can change within a blink of an eye. Like, you can meet 100 people today if you want to, because of social media. You could learn how to close sales because of books, audios on YouTube. You could learn how to sell more product. Anything that you feel stuck in, it's only temporary. But your belief is something that's going to get you there forever. So you just got to believe it. Number 2, so number 1 is message from set your amount of people. It might be A and B. It might be A to C. Set your amount of people that you're going to message from A to Z. Complete A to Z. Don't stop at D because now you're making money. Go all the way to Z until you hit diamond. And then teach this. So y'all new people that's coming in, teach this. Let them know what to do. Teach them to copy and paste posts, like how to post the status to sell the tea that y'all been seeing everybody's been posting. I'm going to do a YouTube video on that. I am kind of jet lagged today, so I think I'm going to go to bed and start early tomorrow when we get off of here. So I'm going to do the YouTube video tomorrow that's specifically talking about the copy and paste system in detail. But teach it, duplicate it. Number 2 is follow up with 30 people from previous posts to see if they're ready to try a product or two. Many people have posts that they have posted or gotten people to post for them, and you have people to follow up with on there. So, like, even if someone posted a status for you or you posted it in a group a month ago and a lot of them people commented but they didn't buy it, go back to them. That's pipeline. You know, follow I was always told the fortune's in the follow-up. So initially they might have not bought anything, or they might have only bought one. But when you follow up with, set the amount of people you're going to follow up with every day. Like, even if you don't follow up with people from previous posts because you may not have that content out there, but follow up with customers you already have. Know how many people you're going to follow up with. Like, it can't be like, well, I'm just going to follow up with some people today. Like, it has to be, I'm going to follow up with 10 people every day. And that way you can, and when you call and they don't answer, that's not a follow-up. Like, that don't count. Like, put them on the list for tomorrow. If you text them and they don't respond, that's not a follow-up. That don't count. Like, you actually have to engage in a conversation, for it to be a income producing activity that counts in the follow-up. When you follow up with them, a follow-up is so much easier, because if they already express interest, you can still ask them, well, would you like more information? If they've never tried anything, would you like more information? And then invite them to the call or send them the Zoom. Invite them to the Zoom or send them the YouTube video. If they have already tried the product, invite them to a call, because now you can get them to see the vision, to want to become messengers and get paid for it just like you are. Teach them to copy and paste posts if they've already tried the product. When you follow up with them and they're like, yeah, I just lost 5 pounds in 3 days. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like, oh, so if I send you a status to post, would you post it if I tell you how to respond to them when they comment? Most people will say yes. That's how you teach them how to make money before you even talk to them about the fact that it's a business in network marketing. Most people say no to network marketing because they don't understand how to make money. So many people have not done well in network marketing, and they think it's hard to make money. So you can alleviate that roadblock from the beginning by teaching them how to make money before you even tell them the details behind what we are, with the copy and paste posts. Y'all get me? So they're excited about the tea they just used or the product that they just used, and you have them post a status and you tell them how to respond to the people on the status. Now people on the status want to buy product from them. Now you got a new partner that's about to sign up, and she don't even know the company name yet. That's what we've been doing a lot. Number 3, which is what I already talked about. Follow up with 10 current customers, invite them to a call or a party. Number 4, follow up with 10 more. Ask them to post a status for you. If you hit up 10 more people that have already used products, and you ask them, hey, would you post a status for me and tag me so you can refer some people to me? Especially if they already said, no, I don't want to work the business, or I don't want to, I don't have time for it. Ask them to post a status to refer people to you and tag you in it. So that way when people start commenting, you can go and copy paste in their inbox and get those sales. This is you building up your leads. You need leads to make money in sales. And people think like sales isn't just selling the product, just having the product and selling it. Sales is nurturing a relationship. Sales is tailoring the experience to that person. Being a good salesperson is about being personal in that interaction. That would make the difference between why somebody would buy. You have 2 houses that remind you that are like basically similar. One costs more than the other one, and the neighborhood is further from their job, but they would buy that one if that salesperson was more personal with them and really nurtured that relationship and showed that they cared in that interaction. They will buy that house over the one that's closer to their job with the same amount. So think of it like that. Like, sales is nurturing these relationships. So nurture relationships every day in every step that we just talked about. 5, read or listen to 1 hour of personal or skill development. What is it that you want to improve? Like, if you know you need to improve in sales, you have Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. You have The Art of Selling by Brian Tracy. You have Dale Carnegie that teaches on sales. You have Zig Ziglar that teaches on network marketing. 1 hour a day will make such a difference, and it fills you up. You can only pour out of you or give people the parts of you, anything that's in you. If it's not in you, it can't come out of you. So do you think that from what we just talked about, do y'all feel like anything I just shared will be helpful for you to actually pursue a goal?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Good. So now we can talk about goals. So my goal this month is to go gold, which means I know I need 10,000 on my left and 10,000 on my right to go gold. So in order for me to go gold, I have to create 4 bronzes on my left and 4 bronzes on my right. So think about it for yourself. Where are you in business right now? What's your next rank? Write it down. If you aren't anywhere and I would say at minimum, aim for supervisor. If you've already hit apprentice elite, aim for bronze. So supervisor is 1,200 to the left, 1,200 to the right. Which means that if you do 1,200 divided by 22, just to give it 30 days, I know it's like 31 days in a month, but 1,200 divided by 22, how much is that? $55, which means that all you gotta do is sell 3 products a day, and I just told you how to sell 3 products a day. Y'all see that? That's 1,200. Because if you do it and then you get binary qualified in the process and you show those 2 people how to do it, you think you won't hit supervisor or bronze? Because it's about duplication. So focus on doing it for yourself. Focus on doing the amount of volume you need personally. Let your upline know that that's what you're going for. And so that way they can help position you to make sure both sides have it and you'll hit it. But you got to know what you're going for. I'm going to reach out to, I already wrote down the 8 people, 4 on my left and 4 on my right, that I'm going to call every day. I'm going to message them all throughout the day. And I'm going to work directly with them to get them to bronze so that I can hit gold this month. Know who you're going to attach yourself to, because we're in a business where you can't go alone. You just can't. So if you don't already have 2 partners, at least, then make it your mission to have 2 partners in the next 48 hours by going from A to Z. And you could ask them if you could use a product that will give you results within 48 hours, that is helping people lose weight and experience a better quality of health. And you're able to get paid to tell people about it. Would you like to learn about this? Or if you could make $300 to $1,000 a week to copy and paste from your phone, would you like to learn about how? Because now you're looking for people that want to work in business with you so you can get binary qualified. You see how, like, depending on what your goal is, and it's important to know your goal so you can know what you're talking about when you go from A to Z, when you reach out to people. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to reach out to people because you're already binary qualified, but you need volume, so you need to make some sales so that you can make daily money plus feed your volume. You know that you want to go and ask them, would they be willing to use 1 or 2 products? So that way you can start feeding that volume. If you're not binary qualified, you should make it your mission over the next 48 hours to focus on becoming binary qualified. And then spend the rest of the month feeding the volume through sales and building those 2 people you just brought in. You won't have to build them by yourself. We're going to keep doing these trainings. Plus, you go to my YouTube channel, there are other trainings on it from ones we've already done. I hope you all already have your goal written down. If you have any questions, I want to go ahead and take the next 17 minutes and open it up for questions or comments. If we said anything that helped you tonight, can you share? If you have any questions about anything that was said, can you ask? Okay, well, while you're thinking, just cut me off if you think of your question, because I'm gonna keep talking. So what we want to do is drive this, like let's look at, y'all said y'all want to go to Dubai in January. The competition actually starts in September. My goal is to build you up through August. Have you prepared to run harder than you ever known that you could come September 1st? Because that's when it really counts. So in the next 20 days of this month, give it all you got. Like, don't watch TV, don't listen to music, don't go out with your friends if you don't have to, if it's not necessary. Focus on, because if you do that, if you sacrifice these things that you like to do, you can do a lot more of them in next year when your money is coming to you, whether you work or not. Like, Albert doesn't have to make a sale to make money. Like, that's how you want to see yourself becoming. All right, so go ahead, Alexis. I see your hand.
Get my audio together. Okay, my question is, so what I did, my new method of trying to get customers and as well as business partners, I made all of my social media public, right? So what I'm doing now is trying to build a following. So you see, I post everything, my workouts, what I'm eating, what I'm doing, everything. And it's building up, a following. So what I'm getting in my direct messages now is, interest. So what happens is, I followed y'all steps and stuff, and I got a lot of people now. Right now, I'm trying to get back to qualify. So what I'm doing now, what I'll start doing tomorrow, is following up with these people, because like you said, they will leave you on red and keep it moving. So I'm in this group. I'm from New York, so I'm in a group from the Bronx. It's got 35,000 people in this group. I need at least 2 of them. So I'm like, okay, I did the little rundown. I asked somebody, I could go on and on about these products. My testimony is through the roof. But the thing is, the YouTube video, I give them to a lot of people who shows interest, and they'll get back to me. But then it turns into they don't want to join. They just want to buy product.
That's fine. Let them buy it.
Yeah, and I've been letting them buy. That's why I said I'm doing good. I put my order in for the month. But so the people, I'm following up. I told Antoinette today I was going to follow up, but it took me like all day to follow up with all of these people in my DMs, and so it's like the waiting game now. So I'm trying to figure out how. I know you said to follow up from A to Z, but it's like,
that's
do
A to
I
Z
get on? I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I was about to say A to Z isn't following up with them. Necessarily A to Z is going from A to Z on your actual friend list. So when you following up, it's no way you can go from A to Z. Like if you just go into your message box and responding to people, like following up to conversations you've already had. But when you are looking, like, let's say you need something to do to make money, like you don't know where to get the next sale from, go from A to Z on your friend list. Start from A and go to Z.
Right. So selling is not the problem, because like I said, I made all my social media public. So it's like now, oh, I need that. What are you doing again? Okay, I take that too. So what I'm trying to do now is the flip side of that. I'm cool with the making the money part. I'm trying to get more business partners and, following
I
up.
would say use Antoinette for some three-way calls. So people who have already watched the video and already tried the product, reach out to them. Spend the rest of tonight sending them messages saying, hey, I told my team leader, Antoinette Coit, about your story, and she'd like to speak with you. What time do you have available tomorrow so that I could call her on three-way with you?
That I can do. I can do that.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I just want to piggyback on that a little bit, because I know I mentioned it in another training that we may have done, but I just want to say it for everybody who's here. It doesn't hurt to hear it, because when you hear things over and over, sometimes it takes for you to hear it 4 or 5 times before you really get it and it clicks. But your current customers, or the people who've already patronized and bought the product, are the best people to target to become a distributor. And it's because they've already tried the product. And I think a lot of people kind of mess up when they don't see the importance of following up with the person who's tried the product within the first 48 hours, because people will tend to forget what happened within 48 hours or what happened within their first week of drinking the tea. If they drank the tea 3 weeks ago and you only sold them 1 pack, they're not going to be as excited about what happened 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks later. So I think it's important for everybody to know that you should go in and follow up with the person who you sold a product to within 24 hours, especially if you know it's a person who received a gallon that's already made, like, because you know they're gonna drink that right away. Now, I know that some of y'all run into the issue where you go to follow up with somebody and they say, I still haven't made it. Trust me, I get it all the time too. The pack of tea is still sitting on the top of their refrigerator or in a cabinet somewhere. However, don't forget to utilize those customers. Even if they haven't taken a before and after photo, feed them a conversation that'll help you pull from them what you need. So if you say, hey, how are you? I just want to follow up with you to see how the tea's going. And they say, oh, it's going. Don't let them stop at that. This is okay, great. So it seems you've already used it. How do you feel? Open for you. I feel like the tea gave me energy. And then you can say, okay, well, the tea gave you energy. Does your clothes fit any different? Has the scale changed at all? Are you noticing that your eating habits have changed? You have to kind of pull and lead the conversation, because that same conversation trail that you have, you can now block out who the person is, especially if it's somebody who doesn't want to be disclosed, and share that as a testimony. And that brings me to the point that you made about making your page public. I can't emphasize this enough to everybody here. You can't be a business owner where you're publicizing or soliciting a product on your social media page and your page is private, because people should not have to friend request you to see what it is that you're selling or see what it is that you're providing. If you're providing a product, a service, I don't care if you're baking cake, selling cookies, a personal trainer, if I can't click on your page once I see you making these messages or these posts in Women's United or whatever, in the group of 35,000 that Alexis spoke about in New York, and then if those 35,000 people, all of them have to send her a friend request and wait for her to accept it for them to see what it is that she got, by then they've been forgot about that tea. They don't even care. So it's important to make sure that when you're promoting a product, that your page is visible, that people are able to look, because you got to remember, people don't want to work. People don't want to do the work. They don't want to have to go through too much to be able to see what it is that you have. If your page is public and somebody went and the first thing they saw was Alexis's before and after, and saw everybody like, oh my God, you look amazing. I see the difference. I saw you at work yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, she really lost pounds. Because if they anything like me, I'm nosy. I'm looking through somebody's page. I'm reading the comments because I really want to know if this is really what she say it is. You have to make sure that your page is visible for them to see. I don't know how many times people come into even the chats to say, hey, help me boost this. Help my potential sign up or person boost this. In the post is private, and we can't comment on it, or we can't help, or we can't give our testimony. That is the first thing y'all need to tell them, because if we can't see it, nobody else who they're posting for can see it unless they're in their friends list. If they only got 500 friends, then they've limited their post to 500 friends. And if those 500 friends all aren't active Facebook users or Instagram users, then now they've limited their post by however many of those people aren't users. Don't limit yourself. Like, make sure that your post, at least if your entire page is not public, because my entire page is not public. People come to my page, and if they want to see anything other than tea posts or travel agency posts, they have to friend request me. Like, but anything that's business related, I don't want them to have to go through too much to search for that. It's public. It's public. They can see all of it, because all of those posts are public, and you can change your settings. If you're one of them people that's like, I don't want to open the world to my page, your page can be private, but every post that you do that's related to your business and what you're promoting needs to be public. And when I say this too, for people who are on here who are struggling, and maybe you don't have a big enough of a following, you have to friend request people. You should be adding friends every day to your page, because what that does is open your page up to somebody who may not have never even saw your page before. That one person is piqued, their curiosity is piqued. They see what you have, they inbox you. Now that's became a customer, and now that customer has posted about it, and now that's opened you up to a whole world of customers or people who you would not have otherwise had. And that goes back to with the follow-up thing. When you follow up with people who tried the product, remember, these are people who have their own social media following. So even if you don't get them to make a post as far as becoming a distributor right away, when you have people who are excited about the use of the product and what it's done for them, and you know that they are avid social media users and they're posting every 5 minutes, get them to make a post. You can let them personalize it however they see fit. They can make that post and say, oh my God, this tea is something else. When I say, if y'all haven't tried it, y'all should try it. They can leave the post just like that, something simple, because what that's going to do is intrigue other people to come and ask them, what tea are you talking about? And this tea I got from my friend Alexis. This tea is amazing. Like, I dropped 5 pounds. And then when they start, it's going to open the door for you to, 1, get either new customers, or 2, have a new distributor. Because when that person who made the post see the reaction and how many people wants the product now from Alexis's next course of action should be to reach out to them and say, hey, your post is catching on like wildfire. You see everybody that's interested in the tea that I sold you. We can do one of 2 things. Either I can sell to those customers if you'll give me your blessing to sell to the people on your page that are interested, or I can tell you what to say to make a couple $100. You're always going to pose it as a couple $100. I can tell you what to say to make a couple $100 based off of the responses that your post has. And any person is going to be like, oh, wait a minute. So you trying to tell me based off of my post I can make a couple $100, and boom, before you know, you have somebody that's going to sign up under you because you are going to now show them how to make the couple $100 off of an innocent post, or off of what seemed to be an innocent post. And then you got some people who you may not even have to ask to do it. Like Alexis said, I sold her the tea. She played around with that first pack. She ain't really, I might have followed up with her, hey, how is it? Oh, I ain't use it yet. Or I'm using it, but I'm not consistent, or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. She came back to me. She bought another one. And I didn't even have a chance to follow up with her once she restarted the second pack to say, how is it going? Because like Aiesha said, I was too busy trying to follow up with people who had used the product and was really serious about the product. And she came back to me. She made a post and tagged me in it and said, listen, y'all, this tea is blah, 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 blah. And the post went off. And I said, Alexis, it was a no-brainer for me instantly. You got to kind of know when to move and how to move with certain people. Everybody's not going to want to sell. Some people are only going to want to buy. When those people buy, use the product and take what they give you from their feedback on the product and use that to duplicate or get more customers or get some distributors based off of what they give you. Every time I post a testimony, I'm not always posting somebody's before and after pictures. I'm posting a statement. Somebody might have texted me and said, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm down 8 more pounds. I need 2 more packs of tea. That alone is a good enough post for me, because that's going to show somebody else who was watching, waiting on the sideline. Like, I want to just watch a little bit longer and see, who else get results. Because they can see my pictures all day. They might think, oh, she's selling it, so she's going to say anything. But then when I show them other people who are sending me things who are getting the same results, if not better, then somebody else, I don't know how many times I've gotten people come to my inbox and be like, all right, I'm ready now. I want to buy. I'm ready now. I'm ready to sign up, because they've watched and they're watching me constantly post people who I sign up, or constantly post people's testimonies. Like, y'all, it's certain things that drives this social media world, and you have to be sure to utilize this platform as best as possible. Like, utilize it for the right reasons in the right way, and what you can do in the way that you can grow is endless. Like, because you just got to know how to use this stuff for what it is. And there was one other point I was gonna make, and I think it kind of slipped my mind a little bit, but I don't know. If it comes back to me, I'll come back with it. But the world is yours. Like, the world is ours. Like, there is so much potential. Oh, that's what it was. I wanted to speak to this because I don't know how many times, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be quite honest. I have people on my own team who I personally sponsored, who came in, tried, got at minimum their $120 back and checked out. like completely checked out. Regardless of how many times I check in with my team, how many times I say, what can I do to help? How many times I say, you know, I have tools that'll help you. Make this post, do this, follow up with them, go from A to Z, or give some of the same things that we give on these trainings. Not everybody is going to stay. Not everybody is going to work this business how you would work this business. Not everybody is into being an entrepreneur, because like we all know, it takes work. And that comes with starting any type of business. Like, I can't say tomorrow, okay, I'm going to go open a restaurant, and then I'm going to sit in, once I open the restaurant and buy the building, I'm going to sit in the middle of the floor and think the restaurant going to run by itself. Like, it just don't work like that. And even if you have people that you hire to come and help run your restaurant, do you think your restaurant is going to run and be sufficient and be a productive, you know, well off restaurant if you aren't putting something into it? Like, and I think people think that the business is going to run by itself. With any type of business, I don't care what field you're in or what business you decide to come and open, you have to put in work. Like, I've seen people open businesses and for the first 2 to 3 to 5 years of the business make no profit whatsoever. Like, they're just barely breaking even to be able to pay for everything that they use to put into the business. So to have a business like this where you can come into the business with $120, make your $120 back within a day or two, or the same day for some people who are selling out of bundles before the bundles even come, like myself. I signed up with a $300 bundle and I sold 48 packs of tea within like 3 days. My whole $300 bundle was gone before I even got the $300 bundle in the mail. And it was because I figured out how to work the system. Like, once I posted my thing and I saw all of them people comment, and I'm like, oh, this is about to be lit. Like, this is about to be crazy. And for months, I was catching up, playing catch up, trying to go back and reorder and try to get the stuff in stock before somebody else came to me to ask for another order. And I've been playing catch up. But I just say that to say, again, you get out of this business what you put into it, and you got people who come in this business and do not have an entrepreneur or a business mindset, and they think like, okay, I put the 120 in there, I bought the tea, now what? Go out there and grind. Like, go out there and sell it. You have to get people to understand the benefits of the tea and what it does for you. It's not just a weight loss tea. It helps in so many different ways. That blue piece of paper, that picture that we sent to y'all or sent to the team for you to share with the people who's interested in the product, that alone is the key for you to be able to sell your tea. So for those who are still having problems selling tea, who I heard some people mentioning like they're still having problems, or they only sold 1 pack, or they started 2 months ago and still got their 18 pack, or they still got some of it, you are not utilizing that blue paper, because the blue paper are for so many different things. If I'm walking past somebody, they be like, man, I have headaches like crazy. I'm like, you know what? We got a tea, right? I got a tea. I'm sparking conversations with whoever, wherever. Like, as long as it's not some place that's off limits where I'm not supposed to be selling a product to somebody, I'm selling a pack of tea. If I'm in a grocery store and I walk past somebody and I see them over there picking up fruits and vegetables, I'm like, oh, this is somebody who's probably health conscious. This is probably somebody who could benefit from detoxing if they haven't already. The first question I'm going to ask is, oh, do you like those fruits? Oh, yeah, me too. You know what? Those go well whenever I pair it with the detox tea that I have. Have you ever tried a good detox before? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say no. You're like, oh, no, I haven't. Have you? Oh, yeah, because, you know, I'm an ambassador for a product that's blah, 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 blah. Before you know, I done sold 5 packs of tea in the market, or a pack of tea to somebody at the mall, or walking down the street, walking the dog. Like, you have to be open to the possibility that you could sell tea anywhere. I bet Aiesha did not think that she was going to sell a pack of tea and some Adam capsules to the taxi driver that brought us back from her birthday party in Dubai. She's over in Dubai selling tea and Adam capsules to people. And these people over there, their money is worth 3 times less than ours. But this taxi driver was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to try it. Just because she mentioned it to him. He asked about what it was that we do, because he saw everybody dressed in black. He saw all of us coming from somewhere. He saw us filling up that night because we all wanted to be responsible. We all was having fun, drinking. Nobody wanted to drive. We all took taxis. had 6, 7 taxis in Dubai, all lined up. We all piling in, getting in the taxis. And he's like, well, what is this? Like, where are you guys from? And she took that opportunity to spark a conversation with this Dubai taxi driver. And before we got out of that car, she ran upstairs to the room and got Adam capsules and a pack of tea to sell to this man and sold it to him. Got his phone number and everything. Do you think she's not going to follow up with this man in Dubai? He's the only person in Dubai right now that got Tay Davina and Adam capsules. If she works this right, she can have a whole market where he's setting up a whole market of people over there in Dubai. We'll be shipping products over to Dubai in a few weeks so he can share with people over there. You never know who you might run into, who might be the person who will light your business on fire because you made that one crucial connection with somebody. And you can't do that when your page is private. You can't do that when you don't spark conversations with people just in general. You can't do that if you're so close-minded to, I just want to make my $120 back. Or once you make your money back, you kind of walk away from the business. Like, it's so much more to it than if I thought like, okay, I just want to make my 120 back. It's no way I would have made as much money and gotten as far as I've gotten this long. For me to be in this for less than 3 months and have my upline or have Albert say, you were the top recruiter or top in sales or whatever, you know, qualifies you for whatever it was that you did to be able, I'm paying for you. All expenses paid for you to go to Dubai. Come on, this is your incentive trip. This is your reward. Like, I'm out of this roof. I'm out of this world elated. Like, I mean, just to know that our leadership cares enough. Like, I want y'all to know, like, the people that are direct to me, the ones that aren't direct to me, like, I believe in this so much that I don't care whose team you're on. There's a gentleman that's on this call right now. He probably, yeah, he's still on here, who don't know me from Adam. He reached out to me after seeing us in Dubai, seeing us with his upline in Dubai. He saw that I made the post saying that we were going to do a training tonight. And he said, hey, I'm a part of the company. I'm not in United States. I'm in Ghana. Is there any way that I can be a part of your training? Because I want to know how to increase my business and increase my network so that I can make $300 to $1,000 a week like y'all are doing. You got to take that initiative. Like, he didn't know me. He didn't know if I was going to tell him yes or no. What do y'all think I told him? Of course. I'm not going to benefit one way or another from him being on this call, getting this training. But guess what? It doesn't matter to me because I want all of us to win. So if you have questions, for me, for Aiesha, for Guy, for Albert, for anybody within our circuit who is a leader, like, nobody minds answering your questions. Ask your questions. The person who doesn't ask questions is going to suffer. Ask your questions. Get your help. Tony, he's an exceptional leader. Aiesha, Albert, Guy, like, you have the resources. You have people right at your fingertips who have all the information you need. If your upline or the person who personally sponsored you is not available, reach out to the next person on the team, because everybody should be available and willing to help you, to help you win. Like, we're a team. At the end of the day, it's about being a team. And like Aiesha said, she wants to see 4 people go bronze on the left, 4 people go bronze on the right. Not only is that going to assist her or help her to go gold, but guess what going bronze is going to do for them people that go bronze? It's going to increase their income as well. It's going to increase their back office. It's going to increase their monthly. So she's doing what we showed in the model. She's showing 8 people, 4 and 4 on this side, 4 on this side, how to make $500, $1,000 a week, a month, or whatever the case is, and then she's able to benefit from showing them how to make it. I think that's all I have for now. Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody else? Turn it off. Pause it. Anybody else have any questions for us? The floor is open.
Yes, I have a question. How do you make your page public without having? Because you said they hold on, I'm sorry. You said that people can only see your travel agent and your team posts and stuff, but not like your other stuff. How do you do that? Or are you talking about just when you post the status, change it to public directly on that?
That's exactly how you do it. So my page is private. So anybody who's not a friend of mine on Facebook cannot see my page. However, every time I post something that's travel related or Pay Davina or Vida Davina related, it's public. It's a public post.
Okay, you just making sure you click public when you upload each time.
Yes, but for the most part, I haven't really been posting nothing that wasn't business related. That's how consistent I've been in businesses. So I haven't even went through the trouble of having to change things back and forth from public to private. I've kind of been living and breathing it like the last 3 months since I've been in it. So everything that I post, every post that I make has been literally something that could be public or something that would benefit somebody. So, but yeah, that's how you change.
But then also too, like, okay, so when I'm telling people about the tea, I'm like, it's a great, like the lady at my job today, she's telling me about she got asthma, they putting her on these steroids and all this stuff she don't want to take. I'm like, oh, well, I sell some detox tea. You should get some of this tea to clean your system out and stuff like that. And she like, I'm so glad I came down here to you. So I'm like, okay. But then like so like most people when they think of detox, they think of like 2 weeks to do it, and like that's it. Maybe do it once here and there when you've been, eating real crazy here and there. How can I tell them it's a continued type of product that you want to use, all the time, and not just when you just feel like you ate too much of this or that and you want to clean your system?
Okay, so to answer your question, you should present the product to them and let them decide, like, because at the end of the day, if she has issues with asthma and she has all these other issues, the minute she takes the tea and she loves the tea and she likes the way it makes her feel, if it changes the way her respiratory or her asthma is, or if it helps her sleep, or if it does all the things that that the tea does, they're going to come back. They're going to come back. Or when you follow up with them after she's already started the product, or once you think that she should be finished the product because it's almost a week later, like you followed up after the 2 days to check in, and then before the week is over with, you reach back out to them. You say, hey, so you should be almost at the end of your your week supply of tea. Would you like for me to put in a second order for you? Would you like to get a second pack? Or everybody should be following up with people who they've sold product to try to sell them more products. Or if she says, well, it really didn't do too much for my asthma, offer her another product within the business that that would help. Or if she says, yes, it's been helping my asthma slowly but surely, you say, okay, that's wonderful. We also have a capsule that would may be able to help with your respiratory as well. Maybe you should give that a try. Because once she tried the tea and she see that the tea works, remember, people will trust you, especially once they try the product that you're selling them and it works. So then you're almost able to sell them anything else in the company, because now they're going to come to you for recommendations and say, okay, so what can I try for this? Do you have something for this? And now you have to make sure that you're well versed and that you know what it is that you're selling. So another thing that I would recommend is that everybody becomes familiar with the products. Even if it's something that you're not taking, just like Aiesha told y'all could go in the back office and look up the product descriptions and get a picture of each of the products. On each of those pictures, it also has a brief product description as well as the ingredients. Become well versed in the ingredients and what the product really does and what those ingredients do for the body, because then you can offer it to somebody. And even if you can't remember everything about every single product, because it's a lot of products and it takes some time to be fully versed in what each product does, if you know the key elements to it, like for instance that chaga and the Gano, it may be beneficial for you to just tell somebody, this Gano is going to do this for you. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, Google it, because Google is going to be your best friend. They can Google any of these ingredients within these products, and Google is going to tell them what the benefits of the products are. And before you know it, they're going to come back to you and be like, oh yeah, because I tried this and I know in the Sleep and Lose, there's elements in it that help me get a good night's sleep. It's also a fat burner additive in it that helps me burn fat while I'm asleep. And the melatonin in it does this and this in it does that. And then they may even be informing you of something that you didn't even know. And you're like, oh, okay. For instance, when I sold the guys on my job, Factor Davina, which is, the liquid vitamin, I didn't know that there was a stimulant or something in the Factor Davina that worked in the sense of a Viagra. And because he's Hispanic and he could tell that, like, he was reading it in Spanish, he was like, oh, this is in Viagra. That he taught me something, because I can't read that in Spanish and I didn't know what it meant. So you just, I would recommend that you become well versed in the product so that whenever you do sell something to somebody, you can always follow up with them and either offer them more tea, especially when you got them people that be like, no, I just want to buy one pack. I'll just start with one pack from now. I don't get mad with them one pack people because in essence, you make more money selling each of your packs at $20 each than when you bundle it and sell it for in bundles. I like the one pack people. Because them one pack people always come back for more tea. I always make an additional sale on them one pack people. So now when you come back for your second pack, I'm getting another $20 because you wanted to do one pack for 20 instead of 2 for 35 or whatever the special was for the tea. So you can still capitalize on selling more to those one pack people. Like, you know, let them do one pack, because some people are they want to try it first to see if it really works, to see if they really lose any weight, to see if they feel different, to see if it takes away the bloat, to see if it causes them to poop too much, or you know, whatever the case may be. People just want to try it out. Like, and I don't, that doesn't offend me at all for somebody to be like, oh, I only want to do it for 1 week, because they come back. they come back.
I have a question. The people that say they interested and you send them the information as far as the pricing and all of that, but then they never respond. Is there any method that you could suggest of what I can say without seeming like I'm pressing them?
Yeah, so I might wait a day or two even. Like Aiesha said, you should be so busy moving on to other people that you don't realize the person who didn't respond or didn't say anything back. However, when you commit yourself to having the next day be a follow-up day for all of them people that left you on red, I have a specific some verbiage that I say that's pretty much like, you know, hey, how are you? I hope all is well. You know, I'm in the process, so I'm about to place another large order this evening. Are you ready to experience the power of the product? And then most times they be like, oh yeah, I forgot, I'm ready now. How do I send you the money? Or no, I'm not gonna do it today, I'm gonna do it on Friday. I'm sorry, I thought I responded. Sometimes people just, you know, they forget. Sometimes they forget. It's not even a no. Like, so don't think that because somebody left you on red and never responded that it's a no. Like, that's not always the case. Sometimes you just got to go back and follow up with them. I don't know how many times somebody asked me to do something like make a flyer because they got a new sign up or check something, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and then I forget. Like, life is life. Sometimes you gotta go back like, hey, oh yeah, I forgot. Somebody just messaged me about an hour ago, like, it was like, oh hey, I know it's been slipping my mind. She reached out to me maybe 2 months ago about tea, and it slipped her mind for 2 months. I don't care. I'm still gonna follow the tea. But yeah, people just forget. Like, you know, just follow up with.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else has any questions for us?
Just to add on what she was asking about, when people asking about the cost, like I made a post talking about like, are you tired of going to like, well, hearing about the superfoods and, you know, stuff that you need to be healthy or to cleanse your body, instead of going like to Whole Foods, spending all that money getting each thing individual. The tea already have everything already in it. It's one that's already made. It's basically already prepped. All you gotta do is just make it. You don't have to get everything individually. You think that's good to say?
I definitely would inform them of the benefits of the tea, because everybody doesn't know. Like, I have people all the time like, oh no, I would try your tea, but it got caffeine in it. No, it doesn't. And then I would inform them it's 100% organic. It's a natural tea. It's composed of 12 various plant-based herbs. There is no caffeine in it. And then, you know, the tea has ginger, which helps with headaches. It has papaya, holy thistle, blessed thistle. And they're like, oh really, all of that is in there? It has chamomile. Oh, I like chamomile. And just tell them about the benefits or what's in it. So that's where it plays in for you to know what's in the tea. Like, you have to know what those things are and what they do. So if nothing else, especially since tea is our flagship product and it's the one that kind of opens the door for people to go into using the other products, know the tea. If you don't know nothing else, know the products, the items, and the benefits of the tea, the ingredients of the tea and the benefits of the tea. because that's going to always almost sell itself when you tell them about the things that's in it. Like, I have some people who drink the tea because they feel like it helps them sleep better. I have some people who drink the tea because they have problems with asthma and it helps soothe from asthma. I have some people who drink the tea because they feel like it helps lower their blood pressure. Like, so everybody has their own reason for why they want it. Everybody's reason might not always be weight loss, so you don't always want to push it like, oh yeah, because it's going to help you lose weight. Because somebody who don't want to lose weight or can't afford to lose any weight, they 90 pounds wet, like, oh, I don't want to lose any weight, they're not going to drink, they're not going to buy the tea. But that same person may suffer from something that the tea helps benefit. So you have to sell it to them based off of that premise and not off of losing weight. So you also got to know the customer and know what it is that they want. So it's a good idea to always ask the customer, what are your health goals? What are your weight or your health goals? Because some people are going to say, okay, I have weight goals where I want to lose 10 pounds. So they might do a week or two of tea and drop their 10 pounds and be satisfied. And you might have somebody who has a weight goal to say, I want to lose 50 pounds. Off the top of my head, the minute somebody tells me they want to lose 50 pounds, I already know, oh, I'm selling them a combo. They're going to get tea and capsules because I know that the tea alone can do it. But if I sell them the capsules as well, now I'm going to pitch them the benefit of utilizing the tea and detoxing and then taking the capsules, which is going to further aid, and they're going to get to their goal a whole lot faster. So you just got to be able to kind of canvas and probe the customer so that you know exactly what they want, so that you know exactly what to offer them. Oh, so somebody asked a question in the chat. I'm sorry, let me get this question real quick. Is there a limited time to drink the tea? Okay, so as far as the tea is concerned, people drink the tea. People make the tea, and then you have some that stick with it and drink every serving. So you got some that does the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner serving, which means that gallon of tea is not even going to last them for an entire week because they're doing all 3 servings. And you got people who follow what most of us advise, which is to do 2 servings, 8 ounces for breakfast, 8 ounces for lunch. So the tea lasts them for exactly a week, because if you measure out those 8-ounce servings, that's your week supply of tea. But you have some people who make the tea and be like, I ain't ready to drink it, and they leave the tea in the refrigerator for a month. Like, I've had somebody drink the tea a month later and it still works for them. So as far as the time frame for the tea, I would recommend that they drink it as soon as possible. At the date that they make it, they should make it when they're ready to actually consume the tea and drink it within that week that it's allotted for. But I would just say when the tea starts to smell sour, don't drink it. Like, because sometimes everybody's refrigerators are different temperatures. So mine might be a little bit colder than Aiesha's. Aiesha might make a tea tonight and I make one, and by Thursday, Aiesha's tea might smell sour. And by 2 weeks from now, mine still smell fresh. So it just depends. I would go off of the premise of when the tea starts to smell sour, just like sour milk, milk got an expiration date. But if it's in my refrigerator, it might go 2 days past the expiration and still smell like perfectly fine milk, and you might still drink it. Whereas if it's in somebody else's, 2 days later, that milk is sour and it's spoiling and it got little chunky white stuff in there. You're like, ew, I'm not drinking that. So I would recommend that they drink it as soon after preparation as possible. And if they open it and you smell it and it's sour, don't drink it. Tony, I know that you weren't here for this, and we might be kind of putting you on the spot, but I don't know if a lot of you have had the opportunity to speak with him. He is an exceptional leader. He is full of knowledge. He has so much to offer when it comes to this business, and because of his work ethics and his knowledge and the way that he's able to break things down for even his team, it attributes to his success and how well off he is and how well he does with the company. And I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot again because I know this wasn't planned and it wasn't planned for him to come in. But if you don't mind, can you kind of like drop in for a minute and give us any words of advice you can for the team?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. You got the floor.
All right. Well, first thing most people call and they ask me is, What is your secret to success? There's two things. The number one thing is consistency. No matter what you do, stay consistent. Consistently post, consistently share information. Just stay consistent. You know, that'll win a lot of the battles. What we did, especially if you're new to network marketing, the first thing you tell people is this one of them get rich quick schemes? And then we tell you no. And then 30 days or 60 days in, you quit because you didn't get rich quick. What's the point? You said you didn't want to join a get rich quick scheme. So you got to work to make it work for you. So like I say, consistency. And I attribute everything to that 1, 2, 3 success plan. Staying consistent and following the system. The 1, 2, 3 success plan is like first grade, second day. You'll hear me say it all the time. It's simple. Give me your kid. I can show your kids how to do it if you don't want to listen. You know, because it's very duplicatable. You know, I got a lot of hustle. You know, I can do $5,500 to $8,000 a month just in hustling hand to hand. But I got a mouthpiece. I'm not scared to talk to nobody. But I can't teach you that. But the 1, 2, 3 success plan, I can teach you. It's duplicatable. Okay. If you haven't seen the 1, 2, 3 success plan, if you don't have a copy of it, Antoinette, I think I sent it to you. Aiesha, I sent it to you. I don't know what all groups we all in, but if you're in the, I think they just changed it to the Dream Team. I posted it in there also. If not, get with me, inbox me. I'll send it to you. It's not a problem. Just follow the system. Don't recreate the wheel. Get the basics down and then add your touch to it. Okay. The 1, 2, 3 success plan for y'all that might not have seen it is basically you taking 18 packs and you divide it by 3. Okay. So 6 packs of tea. Okay. You sell 6 packs of tea for $20 each. You don't spend that money. You don't go pay a bill. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because most of the time that's the first thing we do when we sign up new in business. If you haven't worked this plan yet, act like your next order is your first day in business. Okay. Sell your first 6, you reorder. The next 6 you can pay yourself. Pay your bill with that or pay yourself back for joining the business. But the third 6, you gotta order 3 different products. Okay. Your goal is to sell 18 packs a week. That'll put $240 into the binary, but it'll also build your inventory. Right now at my house, I can go in my office and I have about 3 of everything. Okay. All because of this plan. I work the same plan. I give you know, I don't do anything different, but I build in my backyard also. So if someone needs a product and they don't have it because they just joined or they've only been in a month or 2, whenever they need to sell a life, I tell them, come get a life. They come get a life capsule. Boom. Let them sell it. Or even if you're out of town, because I can go to the post office first thing in the morning and send it today compared to what we get it through the back office. And the only thing I do is tell you, well, go in your back office so you still get the points, order it, but put in my shipping address and ship it back to me. Okay? Because I'm not hurting for the product. The product is on my shelf because I use the 1, 2, 3 success plan. Your first 6 bags, you reorder 18 more bags. Second 6 bags, you actually pay a bill. Or if you like me and you already had another source of income, recirculate that money, all your money, because they say a brick and mortar business takes anywhere from 3 to 5 years to get your return on. But we won't circulate our money for 3 to 4 months in this business. And it was only like $130 to get started. You know, like I tell people, if you don't have $130 to get started in this business, then you need this business. Okay. I'm kind of cutthroat. I tell my team all the time, they call me with an excuse, and the first thing I tell them is you can make money or excuses, but you can't make them both. You complaining to me, you missing out on the sale. Okay. Stay consistent. Stay upbeat. You know, you look at my page, that's all you see is motivation, quotes, and products that in VIDA PAYS. You know, people are looking at you. People are wanting to see what it is you do. And that's what I do daily. You know, 5 to 7 posts a day is what I do, but I tell my team on the 1, 2, 3 success plan to actually post for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and work the 1, 2, 3 success plan, and that gives you a commercial that runs when people look at it. As soon as you wake up, you grab your phone, look at Facebook before you brush your teeth. As soon as you go to lunch at your job, you grab your phone to check to see if you missed anything on Facebook. And then as soon as you get off work, what do? You grab your phone, or before you lay down in bed, you check your Facebook. Okay. So them is just some of the nuggets. Them is the basics of everything. Like I say, I'm a real numbers guy, so it's easy for me as far as the ranks and things. I just know the numbers. I look at the numbers and I know what it takes to hit, and then I divide the numbers at 120, which is what it takes for a person to be active, and see how I can hit that by having a smaller team doing bigger things. So it doesn't take a whole bunch of people to hit the ranks. I'm just telling you that from experience. Okay. What are we? 8 days in, 9 days in. I've passed silver already. Okay. And I got a small team. I think I might have 80 people total, and that's not all my personals. That's 80 people total on my team between 2 legs. So, it's, if you work the system and you make it duplicatable, people can win. You can win. If y'all got any questions for me, you can feel free to ask. Antoinette, I see y'all talking through text. What I tell people, they gotta ask if they have to have flavor. It's so many different ways to add flavor. I got a lot of people, we do the gallons and stuff. Boiling the fruit. Boil your fruit in the 4 cups. Boil you some peaches while you boiling the water, and it is phenomenal. Strawberries, you name, lemons, your limes, whatever taste they want. If they gotta have flavor, because a lot of people, the people that don't like this tea are the people that don't drink water, because it really has no dominant taste to it. So, if they gotta have the natural sugars, if they gotta have something taste, really, should I say, tell them to boil, go get a peach and cut it up, or go get, I had a girl do apple and she said she loved it. I wouldn't even thought to do the apple, but I've done the peaches, I've done the limes, I've done the lemon, so cut it up, boil it while you boil in the water for it to come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, cover it up, boom. So it just, everybody is different though. D. Davis, it doesn't have to necessarily be organic fruit. If they can, yes. Whenever you get into that, that now you're sending them to a whole different grocery store. You got to go to the Sprouts and stuff like that. This detox tea is amazing. I've actually had people add the artificial sugar to it, and it still works. But what I tell them is, you add artificial sugar to it, you will be in the bathroom a lot quicker. Okay, because it's gonna flush you out and push the same sugars you just tried to put in you out. Plus, it's gonna detox your body also. You're welcome. Anybody got any questions for me?
Thank you so much, Tony. Really appreciate you taking the time to jump in and speak to the team. I think there was one more. We wanted to close out with Tony, but I think there was one more question in the chat, and I really think we should touch on this just because this specific topic alone is kind of discouraging to some of the distributors, especially the ones that are just starting out. Somebody said that one of their customers asked them why should they buy the tea from them if they just buy it from Amazon, and they were upset. So first and foremost, I want to make mention again that not everybody is going to support you, and the ones who don't, as upsetting as it may be, what we've been teaching everybody is one no, is this one person, move on and go to the next. You should spend don't spend 100 minutes with one person. Spend 1 minute with 100 people. So don't try to convince that one person to buy the tea from you as opposed to going to Amazon when you could use your time and your efforts to spend 100 minutes on 100 different people and get 199 other people to buy the tea outside of that one person. And as far as Amazon is concerned, the company has a compliance and like a fraud department that you can report things to if ever you see somebody or another entity or agency or somebody selling the tea, because nobody else has the authorization to sell Tavina besides an actual distributor from the company. So they are the people on Amazon who are putting the tea up there are not in compliance. And because Amazon is so broad and they have so many different vendors, I guess it's kind of harder for them to track down whoever it is. And I also want to go to speak on the fact that not everything that you can buy or purchase from Amazon, eBay, and all these different places are authentic. So when people decide to move away from you to go buy from Amazon because they feel like they can get a cheaper product or they can get it cheaper, they are running the risk of buying something that is not authentic. A lot of these teas and people are remaking stuff to be able to make money. So because they know our flagship product is such an amazing product, you have people that are counterfeiting the tea. We've had people come back to us and say, hey, I've tried the tea, but it's not working for me like how it's working for other people or your clients that I see buying it. And then we say, okay, well, you didn't purchase the tea for me. Where did you purchase it? Oh, I got it off of Amazon. Well, guess what? We can't vouch for anything you bought on Amazon because you did not buy it from an official distributor. Also, our company does not back or support any purchase that's made off of Amazon. Like, our company doesn't stand behind that. Our company doesn't guarantee that. If they get sick or whatever, our company is not going to vouch for them. They also don't get the support that we give our clients. So let them know you're missing out on support. Like most of you guys, if you're not already, should be sending a support email. Every time you sell something to a client, to a customer, give them that personal touch. Send them an email that says, thank you for your purchase. Here's some tips or some tools that you can use. Here are some ways to get in contact with me if you need something in the future. So that way they have a way of making that person that client. So somebody who's buying off of Amazon is not going to get that same support. They're not going to get that same backing. They're not going to get if they're texting you saying, oh, hey, can I add fruit to my tea? Amazon not going to tell them if they can add fruit to the tea because they don't know. So there's things that they give up when they go and purchase from Amazon. And in all actuality, I think from the last time I looked, Amazon is selling them for like $12 a pack or something. When you do the math on the 12 times 6, they're actually paying $72. So they're paying a little bit more than if they would buy the 6 from you for $70. So they think they're getting away with something. I mean, even buying it from Amazon, one pack at a time, but nobody can vouch for the authenticity of what's on Amazon. So 9 times out of 10, they're buying a counterfeit product, something that is not really made up of the products that we're selling. So you're welcome. And with that, we're going to close. We've kept you guys well over the time that we normally do. And I thank you for everybody who stuck it out. Our training reached up to about 35 people tonight, which is awesome. So give you guys yourselves a pat on the back for even showing up. It shows your dedication and your commitment and the fact that you really want to win and want your company to be great. So with that, we are ending the training for tonight. Thank you, Aiesha. And everybody saying thank you. You guys are very welcome. And if you have any questions, just reach out to any of the leaders or anybody to answer your questions. And good night, you guys.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks and good night.